Do you want to grow your small business? Are you tired of your current job and want to start your own business? If so, I've got good news for you. Small Business Marketing Talk Show is a new show designed to give new and emerging business owners tips and hints to grow your small business. Renowned authors Dr. Jack McCann and Dr. Daryl Green host an entertaining show that answers your everyday questions. Now, here's our hosts for today with Dr. J. McCann and Dr. D. Green.
Welcome back to the Small Business Marketing Talk Show, where we discuss everything small business related, how to get started, why to get started, and everything in between. I'm here, as always, with Dr. Jack McCann and Dr. Daryl Green. Today, we continue our discussion on side hustles, how you can make money off of your circumstances. So just for the viewers who are new, why don't one of you give us a recap of what we talked about last week? What's a side hustle? Just kind of give us a recap, if you will.
Okay, I can start. I know Dr. Jack's excited about this because I know he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. But, for many, in the old days, I think we're going back in circles. But like our parents, grandparents, they had to work more than one job in order to make ends meet. And a lot of times you might have your main job, and then you have another job on the side to kind of help you out. And really, that's what we call a side hustle, part-time job. And Dr. Jack mentioned last time, musicians call it a gig. And so we're just trying to get some people, put some money in their pocket, and and help them have a more fulfilled life. So we covered, a lot of different areas. I think we went into teaching. That's one area. Went into the advisement. I remember that advisement, and we just I think we covered four different categories. And you know what? We got more. We got more for tonight. Oh yeah,
they just keep coming.
There you go. Yeah. Dr. D, that sounds good. Sounds like a great start. We do have more to talk about. These side hustles are opportunities for you to save money or to build up for a vacation, save a little bit of money for, something you might need around the house rather than taking a loan out. Do a little side hustle, make a little extra money. So we've got some ideas for you. Let me share our screen and show you some of the things we got going on.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Here we go.
So this is part two.
Part two.
Kind of like Rocky. Well, Lindsi, you don't know about Rocky. This is kind of like Rocky Balboa. This is like part two.
I know Rocky.
Oh, this is like Jaws. Well, need to be scared. That was Jaws 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or Sharknado. So this is part two.
And it gets better. It gets better with age.
Back and better than ever.
Okay.
Dr. Jack, what you got up first?
Let's see. We've got a nice quote here.
Yeah, just about being an entrepreneur, just kind of recapping entrepreneurs. I actually say they turn lemons into lemonade. They see problems as opportunities. And hit that next slide for me, Dr. Jack.
Got it.
So this is what we call a test, and those forms are pretty small. But this is a small test. This is like a test. Do I have the traits to really be an entrepreneur? And you have to have determination. You gotta, you're gonna hear no. That might be your nickname, and you gotta be. You might need to take initiative, be a self-starter. Initiative is the word I was looking for.
There it is.
Just high energy, a vision, just out Dr. Jackson, a whole lot of stuff. But if you don't have any of those, if you have all those, you know what? You need to keep your day job. So that's it for that one, Dr. J. You got anything on that one?
Well, it's, these are just some of the things you need to have: energy and a desire, to improve things or to put your skills to work, be your own boss. Some of these things are great for the side hustle. You can work for someone during the day and work for yourself, at night or part-time on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So, you might even turn your side gig or your side hustle into your full-time job. You never know. But, this gives you an opportunity to set some of those things you like to do, put that to work for you and start making some money things that you like to do and that you can control. So that's just my thinking on that.
This next category is
who's that guy?
What do we got here?
who put that up in there? So
what is this?
There you go.
That's that category is instruction. So helping people, teaching them, motivating them, encouraging them. And one of the things that I mentioned, this is a riddle. You got an engineer, and you got ballroom, and you got students. The riddle is a dance instructor. That's B. So I started that just as a hobby, working, doing stuff with my wife, trying to build bonds, and found out people started wanting to give me money.
There you go.
As instructions. So one guy paid, whatever. I like your personality. So I started doing that a little bit. Don't do that much, but like I started teaching, started doing this at community college, actually we would say a trade school, but that was a niche. So there are other categories, Dr. Jack, that you could do under instruction. So I don't know if you got any more of those under instruction.
Well, you're putting those things to work for you. My daytime job is teaching, and then I have a part-time gig, and I do a little consulting and teaching on the side, based on some of the work experiences I've had and some of the, the teaching that I've done. So that's just one way to take on things that I like to do, helping others in consulting and helping teach some classes that maybe I don't teach during my day job, but I can teach at night, and I can select those things that I like to teach, and help others get prepared to do something different. Maybe I can give them a chance to learn how to do something to make a little bit of money at.
And the gamut is like anything that you have out there, listeners and viewers, anything that you enjoy doing. Absolutely. Like you might do a craft, you might instruct them. If you play chess, you could be a chess instructor. Certainly coaches, athletics. That's all around. But almost anything that you can think of that you enjoy, that you can instruct. So here's the thing. So with COVID, dealing with this, a lot of people are sheltered in, and a lot of people got their bad kids. And they need they're tired of homeschool, and they started doing that. So you could become like an online instructor, or maybe you go to their house. But that's just right now, like musicians, like students aren't having band, and so they can do it online, or you can come to their house as if you're a musician. So that's an extra income that can happen. But it's just the sky is the limit, as long as you can think outside the box. I think the gaming industry. Your kids that like gaming, they can get with an individual that has expertise in that. And like I say, that is a growing field, because we are continuing to be a learning society. So I like that.
Yeah, piano lessons, math tutoring.
Absolutely.
I mean, all kinds of stuff.
And I learned how to advise students and schedule students. And I found myself helping relatives and others, scheduling and preparing for college. I found that to be an interesting niche. And even I had someone say, hey, this, you might want to do that for a part-time job. I haven't done that yet, but it was, something that is needed and necessary, because, those of us who've worked in college or gone to school, we have some expertise, and we could share that with others who've never been to school, or families that may need some assistance there and guidance. Yeah. And lots of different things.
Yeah. And then as you mentioned, we'll go to the next category. But as you mentioned,
got it.
You don't have to go get a doctorate degree, like be a doc,
right?
Dr. Jack. You could just be a learner, a knowledge person, and you can be successful in that if you build that niche.
That's right. That's right.
The next category is logistics and transportation. So you think about when you think about logistics, what do you think about, Lindsi? What are you thinking about when you think about logistics?
That makes me think of planning, making sure things go the way they're supposed to, setting things up, right? Am I on the right track?
You are, and most people, when most people talk about the gig, the first thing that comes to mind in today's society is a Uber driver or a Lyft driver, which we have seen have been very disruptive to the general industry, because when I was recently going to an airport and I saw all those yellow taxi cabs, but I saw people being picked up and they didn't have any signage or anything. They were just Ubers.
Right.
And they actually have a sign up in certain areas of the airport that says Lyft, but there's also, the example is a courier, I guess that's the word. But somebody that's delivering packages. We normally think about UPS and DHL and other places, Federal Express, but you could do this for a small business and you could be carrying packages.
Have truck wheel travel, right? I mean, that's about it. Because Federal Express, they have a lot of independent drivers, independent contractors, and for the price of a decent truck, you can get on board if they're hiring and needing people, or you can start your own little business. Even logistics, you can move. I mean, if you've got a truck, you see those trucks on the road, two men in a truck, they're moving business. I mean, that's a franchise business. You don't have to necessarily go into franchise, but you can do a lot of movement around your community. You'd be surprised how much movement goes on, of furniture and homes and various things that happen. That if you got a good strong back and interest in working, helping and moving furniture or moving products.
You've got, Uber Eats, that's another one.
Oh, absolutely.
Like DoorDash.
Yes.
Delivering food, there's all that stuff as well. So, and apps are really business. Helpful in kind of determining a side hustle, right?
Yes.
And our kids will move out the house, and I don't if you need something, I have to go get it myself. So I think the meals delivery, the grocery delivery, they'll deliver it to you. So that could be an advantage, for people that's trying to, maybe don't want to deal with COVID, or maybe just don't like shopping. You can put those, one is the driving part and one is the shopping part. So you put together two gigs
absolutely
to make one big one.
Good. Let's try the next category, folks. Look out.
Oh,
ooh, here we go. Look at those dogs.
She look like
a
the
bunch
dogs.
of dogs.
That's it.
In this category is the care or concern of individuals as well as pets. And if you've seen those TikToks or YouTube videos, you have a lot of animals. People love animals and people care about their animals, and certainly taking care of them. But that is just a wide category. I don't know if you want to deal with the pets first or the people first. Certainly elders. A lot of times people don't want to pay the high cost of bringing a very expensive company in to take care of loved one. A lot of times, living in my community, in my neighborhood, you had Sister Jones, Sister Betty will come to the house and maybe sit because they really love them, and they would give them a token. But that is certainly being a companion and taking care of them. And a lot of times people they just need the companionship. Certainly, if you need more than that, they may need to get a certification like a certified nursing assistant, something like that. But that is the people care. I think is a wide open thing, and it kind of overlaps other areas that we have talked about. But I think that's going to be a growing area as I get older, over 100. Like I might be like the king and queen, and the king of England is over. It's about 99. So I might want to have some help.
That's right.
I think that is a great resource.
That's right.
For sure.
Pet groomers, dog walkers, pet groomers. I've got a little dog in it, and it's $40 a pop to get a haircut and a bath.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you think about it, 30 minutes of work. for that is significant, and people are willing to pay that. And I live in a small town, so those prices are go up when you're in larger communities and the demand's higher. So good money involved in learning some basic skills, and not very complicated skills. If you like dogs and animals, you can take care of them, and you're able to trim nails and basically give them a spa day. Hey, there's good money. People want to take care of their animals, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, you can get exotic. I mean, you can obviously, snakes.
Oh boy, yeah. Some people
you could
do
get exotic.
Squirrel. hey, believe it or not, let's be serious. I had a neighbor, Dr. Jack in Lindsi in Tennessee, and lived across the street from me. Lived in their house, a big old pig. They had a pig.
A pig?
Yes,
pot-belly pig.
A big old pig up in their house.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? That didn't last too long. The couple had wound up having a baby, and that pig started biting people. That pig is somewhere else now. I don't know. He's eating up or something. But
that pig is not there.
That pig is not there anymore. So be careful. Be careful when you want to be a pig sitter. Be careful, very careful of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute when it's small. Not so cute when it gets big.
Huge. It was a huge pig. They had a leash on the pig.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Takes all kinds and services for those folks too, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
It's good. What's the next
and
category?
I just had a thought. I mean,
yeah.
Whenever you're looking to advertise your side hustle, there's all of those neighborhood, like Facebook pages and like for your own neighborhood where people from your neighborhood get on there. And so that's a way to advertise your side hustle as well.
Local newspapers, the social media, friends, contacts, if you do some type of work, maybe in maintenance or something like that, you have business cards, put those business cards out. That's one of the first things you do. If you want to do side hustle is what's your name and what do you do? How do you get in contact with me? Those business cards are cheap. Get them online for, 100 of them for a few bucks. Mm-hmm. And, they can be passed out among friends and family, get references to others. So that's a good point, Lindsi. Thanks for.
I like that. What's your name? What do you do?
Yeah. I mean, here I am. This is what I've got going on.
Yeah.
Here's what I've got for you.
Good point.
So this is something that Dr. D and I really don't know much about, right? We don't have much need for it, but there's a big demand for it in general, right?
That's true.
Hair. Oh, maybe we do need hair sales. Excuse me. Yeah, we could buy a little hair piece there.
Put on our head and on, whatever.
That's
so this is the rental and selling services. Like you said, we started with selling your hair, Lindsi, and making money with your hair, Lindsi.
Crazy.
Can you do that?
Yeah, that's a business.
Oh my goodness!
To make wigs, foreign, international. That's a huge thing right now.
It is.
Wow.
People, cancer survivors, those who have short hair want to have long hair or the impression of having long hair. They clip it on, and
my goodness.
It's
pretty amazing. That there's a market for that.
So this rental business is huge. So when most people think about rental and selling services, the normal things come with Airbnb. Let's talk about that. So you have on the rental. So you could. I think in this category, a lot of people buy homes and they rent their homes off. They rent them out. That is one category, Airbnb. But other people, they actually are renting like a couch. They renting off a couch. Now you know what? That's weak. But they renting the couch, not the room. They rent out the couch, and so that's and you also have, of course, the selling part. Those collectors, but also so you might say, well, I don't have a lot of money, but if you like going to yard sales and going to estate sales, you can take that interest and you can sell it over eBay or Etsy, and you become an international importer and exporter.
Absolutely.
Dr.
Wow.
You got any other suggestions on that whole category of renting and selling services?
You know, there are a number of television programs, guys going around all over the country, buying up things that people are looking for. So if you can, if you've got a good eye, and you can go to yard sales, just like you say, and buy products and resell them. You can buy them cheap from people that want to get them out of their home, clean up their homes, and you can perhaps resell them online or resell them throughout the town, or even have your own yard sale and resell what you bought from the yard sale. I mean, think of different ways to do things. Put, one person's junk is another person's treasure. I mean, there's no question about it. Find a niche. A lot of companies have gotten started online when they just buy from their local stores cheaper and sell it to people that can't access those goods, in their locations. So lots of opportunities here with rental and selling, car rentals, like you said, couch rentals, house rentals. What do people need? I mean, you start up a business. If you have, go out and buy a few tools that others don't have. This time of year, it's gardening. Maybe you've got a rototiller, or lawnmowers, or electric saws. A lot of businesses use those types of things to rent out when people need them. So some different angles there. Something to think about.
Dr. Jack, you opened up a nightmare for some of my best friends.
Yes.
So in Shreveport, I had a friend, Lifford and Clifford. They were twins, and their dad used to have a garden.
Yeah.
And, a big old. I mean, it was like he bought the property and he turned it into a huge garden.
Yes.
And he would give his property. He would just give his vegetables away, but his dream was for his sons to get in the truck and drive the neighborhood selling the vegetables.
Yep.
And my friends weren't hearing that, but that was his dream. They were going to be, I don't know if they're going to be like an ice cream truck where they get people to come. I'm sure kids don't want spinach and tomatoes, but that was their dream. So like you can grow a garden and you could do that, because I think we talk about. One of the things I like about is these mobile food trucks.
Oh yeah.
That's hot.
It is.
That's how I think about it.
Take it all to all the festivals that are going on, the fairs. All those things are going to start opening up again. Barbecue, burgers, cotton candy, you name it. All the snacks and they go over well, and people do make good money on those things for minimal investments. No, the investment's not high.
Not great. I mean, I've talked to somebody. I mean, I was talking to a lady last year. She was talking about starting a community grocery store. She had never done it before, but she thought she wanted to do it. But I was telling her about the info. I said, why don't you just get you a van? Why don't you get you a truck? And because we know that the high expense of utilities and also just inventory. So that's the idea. Don't do brick and mortar if you don't have to. I mean, just starting off, become mobile, and I think that is really a win. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, technology, right? You can use technology for a ton of that stuff.
Sure. You can get to, with mobile trucks and mobile, willing to go out into homes, willing to, go out and park, that food service in front of factories and workplaces, things like that. They were very, those food trucks were very successful, years ago, and there's still a need for it today. And as businesses start opening back up, there may be niche opportunities in your community. Some of those businesses didn't survive, and maybe you're going to be the one that replaces that business. And you can make good on a lot of those types of services. Certainly.
I just think about this category, and you might think I'm off the wall, but it's rental and selling services. What about having a service, and the service is selling stuff to others. So like you got a company, like in the I don't know in the restaurant business, they're trying to get more people to come in, or even insurance people. But having those people, they're selling their service to sell, and that is really, a lot of times people can't sell because they don't like rejection. But I just think someone who's good at selling could really make a killing right now, because people are looking for people who can sell, and maybe on commission, or maybe you get a small fee for getting started. But that would be a good way to look at it. And then we talk about real estate, being a realtor. That is another good interest that a lot of people might be interested in getting into.
Staging homes is part of that. If you don't want to do the retail sales, lots of different things you can do in that, and even doing the housework for those who are trying to sell a home. Doing the outside yard, setting it up, getting it ready, and making it look tip top. That's important if you're selling a home. Maybe you can work for a real estate company or the homeowner that wants to sell. So you can do the inside setup of the home, to make it look nice and sharp, and the outside as well, or just one or the other, whatever your forte or expertise might be.
That's just wonderful. That just we had to put my mom's house up for sale.
Right.
I could break that down. We had to get. We didn't want to have to pay a big firm to deal with the yard. So we got the guy across the street. He was very dedicated to do that. And then we got a painter, and then we had a handyman. It was really expensive endeavor.
Absolutely, it's and you're already going through the trauma of losing a loved one, or you're selling a home is a big deal. You've moved across the country, and you got to take care of a home. So very, very important things.
That's good. So anything else on rental and selling services, or do we have another slide?
We've got the handyman.
Oh, handyman.
Handyman.
This is a good one.
We all need these types of services from time to time. The way I always look at it is, or at least the excuse I make to my wife is that, why should I do it when I can get someone that does it every day? So I reach out and try to get someone to do the work but there's a lot of wisdom to that, though. Really, you want someone that does plumbing, regularly to do plumbing. You want somebody that knows a little bit about electricity to do the electricity, and carpentry as well. So there are a lot of different skills that you can gain. You don't always have to have a license to do or have certifications to do some of this basic electrical or plumbing work. You just have to know when to quit if you're trying to do work and you don't want to take on jobs that you don't have the skills for. And oftentimes maybe you're a plumber's assistant or carpenter's assistant, or you just do some basic setup work to get the plumber. Maybe you dig the ditch, for the plumber to lay the pipe, or you assist a electrician. You run the wires. A lot of basic things that these folks need help with, and also people need repair. Those who have some experience or expertise in working on and repairing appliances or repairing those types of things that are around the house. But somebody learns how to build a deck, or do some basic painting or fence mending, if you will. Things that are around the house that the husband or the wife don't have the skills or the time to do. So handyman skills can come in play. Just find out what you like to do and can do well, and then focus on those and advertise accordingly. Just like we were talking about earlier, friends, you can get leads through friends or social media or a newspaper or the local hardware store, put a card there. That's handyman. And then you roll that into, move beyond handyman for repair services, house cleaner. We all, from time to time, need some help cleaning that house. Too much work's going on. We need someone to come in the home, somebody that's trustworthy. Clean private homes or businesses. Somebody that can clean furniture well, knows how to clean bathrooms. Because and some knowledge and experience with cleaning products is good also. And you have to have good customer service type skills. You have to have some basic equipment. Transportation is always important. If you're going to do some house cleaning or handyman, you got to have tools. And if you're going to do the house cleaning, you need to be prepared with some brooms and mops and rags and vacuum, and just have the willingness to work and listen to the homeowner and make sure that you're doing what they need you to do. The sky's the limits on this. We all need some help around the house.
Yeah, and I was just kind of feeling what you're just saying. Here's the word I want you to think about: broken. What has been broke? So repair services. My watch got broke.
Yes.
I had to go to a watch. I think my wife's cell phone cracked. It wasn't working.
You bet.
My cable wasn't working.
Yeah.
Had to get. So there are tons of. Just looking at a frame. You have the picture frame is broke and it needs to be repaired. There's just a whole limit. Furniture. There's a whole area that if people just think out of the box, just think. What has broken lately and who can fix it? That is a lot. Like for shoes, I don't know if you ever tried to get your shoes. They're not they're not making shoes like they used to make them. They make them so they tear up and you got to buy new ones.
That's right.
For people like me that's old school, I take my shoes to a shoe repair. Now
you go.
That group has gotten smaller.
It has. Tiny.
But that is some luggage.
Yep.
I had some luggage repaired in Tennessee, in Knoxville. So this is just a good category for people that hands-on, just kind of hands-on people, just want to do something. Several years ago, I had some issues with my car, and I was talking to this guy in AutoZone, and he was a mechanic. We called the word they use. What's the word they use for him? A garage mechanic.
Technician.
Yeah,
auto technician.
Oh no, I'm saying he came to the house. That's a name for.
There you go.
That's a little term for that, street mechanic or something.
Shade tree.
He came to the house. My car was fixed. I didn't have to pay the dealership $1,000.
That's right.
That's so nice.
That is handy, right? I mean, you'll pay for that, certainly. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you could go. I mean, with that kind of stuff, house to house. Pick your neighborhood, a neighborhood you're familiar with, house to house.
People catch on, don't they?
Get a magnet made. Yeah. Put it on your truck. So drive around town with it.
See somebody sealing a driveway, the neighbor sees it. Then the next neighbor sees it. Yeah. Leaf removal and lawn care. You do a good job. People will tell others.
There you go. Lindsi, like you could be promoting all these businesses. They need you.
That's
You're doing a good job of promoting it.
See, there's a side hustle right there. Promoting these businesses.
Woo-hoo.
That's right. Well, let's see what else we've got. Sorry.
So I think we're done, Doc.
Okay, we're done. We'll go to the dancing doctor.
We've done that one. Hey.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yes.
For us to wrap it up. Any last closing comments? You want to make reference to the book. It's a good book.
Yeah, Ultimate Side Hustle. I think a lot of, so this is just there's a marketing, this whole thing about starting a small business is very complicated, but this just the ideas. And I think myself, Dr. Jack, and along with Lindsi, we just want to give you some ideas to just get started. Because the marketing part is very tough, and that's where our small business marketing book takes you to another level. But coming up with an idea and sitting down with someone who's reasonable, who's logical, and who has experience would really help you out.
That's right. Excellent.
Yeah.
And we've been talking tonight about side hustles, and we want to give our Elena Verone credit. This is the Ultimate Side Hustle book, and we've taken some ideas from her book, and it's available on Amazon, and it's a great book. But we're here to help those entrepreneurs and small business people that want to make it, and also those folks that need a little extra money on the side to so that's what we feel like that's our service, and we're trying to give a little bit back to to those folks who need a little hand. So use these ideas and contact us if you need to. Dr. Green's information's here, and maybe we can give you some other ideas.
Of course. Use that contact information. You can drop your comments and questions below on our YouTube video.
Yes.
If you ask a question, we'll get to it in the next segment. And enjoy your evening, and we'll see you soon.